The program that gives you the latest in Filipino business and trends, with norm-challenging brands, paving the way to be next-generation business leaders. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen, connecting you to the future. Hosted by Business and Transformation Mentor, Rolly Bagaspas, Franchise and Business Coach, Don Senita, and Beauty and Business Maven, Muriel Villanueva. Together with Mr. Millennial JP Morales and Agri and Youth Advocate Colin Valliaban. Jump into the business revolution. This is your Talk Shop Asia Next Gen, only here on Big Media.
Good evening, and good morning to all our viewers across the Philippines and all over the world. Welcome to Season 21 of Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. I am Don Sunita, your anchor for this afternoon. You're watching us live via Facebook, YouTube, web streaming, and digital radio app from 3 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. this afternoon as we give you the latest in business and trends changing the way we do retail and services in the Philippines. Let's get right on the program. Please allow me to welcome my passionate co-anchor, our in-house beauty and business maven, Ms. Muriel Villanueva. Hi, Muriel. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. A pleasant afternoon, everyone. Of course, no, thank you once again for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. As mentioned, we are streaming live through Facebook with Talk Shop Asia Next Gen, Talk Shop Asia Retail Industries Group, and with our program partners, of course, the Philippine Retailers Association, FranCorp Philippines, U Franchise Asia, FIFA, Filipino International Franchising Association, and AFI, of course, the Association of Filipino Franchisers, Inc., as well as through the ASEAN Youth Organization Philippines Facebook pages. Of course, we would be glad to hear from you all through the comments and page. Just during the live stream, no, you can send us your comments, especially with our lineup of guests today, and we will get through it across the show. Syempre Don, no, to complete our Sunday this afternoon, we have with us our co-host, Mr. Millennial, JP Morales.
Hi, Don Muriel, and to everyone, good afternoon, and sa mga nanonood po sa atin sa ibang bansa, good evening and good morning po sa inyo lahat.
Ayun. Before we start the program, of course, we'd like to greet our Muslim brothers and sisters in the Philippines and across the world. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody. May this month, holy month, bring everyone peace, healing, and blessing for all of us. Hindi ba, Mariel?
Oo nga, no? Such a divine season for all the Muslims around the world, no? I personally admire the practice of fasting and prayers. But, I assume you will agree with me, guys, no? Regardless of all the religious diversities we have, of course, we are one in praying, no? For everyone. Sa continuous guidance, a courage that we're all going through, and for everything, for all of this to, be over na. What do you think, JP?
Yes, I have to agree, with these prayers, hoping the pandemic will end very, very soon.
Oo nga, totoo yan. At this point in time, really, prayer is one of our strongest tool to help us all heal. No? And since we're on the topic of healing, despite the new wave of the pandemic that we're experiencing, this time a lot of businesses are actually wiser. Don't you think, Marielle and JP?
True, no? Totoo.
Mhm.
Oo. Kumbaga, we've learned. Kasi nga naman, how long has it been? It's been, 12 months already? So kahit papano, business have learned how to navigate the new normal. This being said, we are better and we are stronger. And so naman in our episode this afternoon, we are all about Retail Reimagined, the new era of retail. So we are going to be talking about how some brands have recalibrated their strategies to respond to the times.
Totoo, no? We have with us the senior brand manager. Of course, no, our brands today are really good brands from our program partner PRA. We have the senior brand manager of Bradpack Philippines, still giving us her favorite backpack essentials. We also have the senior brand manager of the Trouble Club Philippines and ROX, still keeping the travel feels. Ayan na, hashtag travel feels spirit alive and kicking.
Well, and of course, another feature for this afternoon is a technology enabler, si AssetComp Technologies with their business development and strategy manager to tell us how they are helping retail companies adapt to the new trends.
Indeed, it's retail version 2.0 this afternoon here at Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Please make sure to tune in for that. And of course, learn from all our guests this afternoon. All that is coming right up in Talk Shop Asia Next Gen returns.
We'll be back shortly. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Empower your mind. Be informed. Dahil lamang ang may alam. Knowing the latest trends and issues in the society. Feed your mind with information that are reliable, fresh, and straight from the experts. Be involved. Here in the conversations with Chester Kidlat, broadcasting live in big media. This is The Conversations. For harnessing luck and success in doing business. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui at your service. Sa ikaunlad ng bayan, Feng Shui ang kailangan. Hosted by your partner in luck, Master Aldrich Dalumpines. Every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. See you on our next learning modules for luck in business. Only here on Big Media. Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
Oh, yeah, and please make sure to tune in with Deep Media PH and V81 Radio Manila and follow our programs throughout the week. We are sure that whatever interest you are into, we have it all for you. No, we would like to greet, of course, our friends from the Philippine Retailers Association, to Miss Evelyn Balmeo Sadire and Miss Rosemary Ong for being a longtime partner of Talk Shop Asia.
That's true, Mariella. And so this afternoon, we have with us members of the Philippine Retailers Association. Kevin, we're very happy to have them on the program. And this afternoon, we're happy, as mentioned, very, very happy to have on the program. She is from one of the leading lifestyle concept stores here in the Philippines, Brat Pack. No? So very recognizable brand ito sila. They're offering some of the widest range of international bags, footwear, accessories, and apparel brands. Over the past decades, she has handled operations and merchandising with global brands and is currently the Senior Brand Manager of Brat Pack Philippines. Please welcome on the program, Miss Arlene Doroteo. Hi, Arlene. Good afternoon.
Hi, Don. Hi, Mariel. Good afternoon. Thank you for having me on the program.
Hi,
Happy to have
welcome.
you on the program. Okay, so before we jump into our Q&A, let's show a very quick video of what Brat Pack is all about. I love that, no? From the video, we can tell that Brat Pack is all about coolness, especially our time. So yeah,
Yeah, very
we'd like to know more about
Yeah.
Brat Pack. Please tell us more about the brand and how it started. What was the whole idea for Brat Pack Philippines?
Yeah, sure. So before we go into Brat Pack, I'd just like to share a little about our company, Primer Group of Companies. So it started off in the 1980s as a really small buy and sell business by our owners, and then they were introduced to an international luggage brand, and after that, they started off also acquiring bag brands, international bag brands for distribution in the Philippines. And in 1997, Brat Pack was born to cater to a younger market. So the term Brat Pack was coined or is a play of word from Rat Pack in the 1950s. And Brat Pack is a nickname given to a group of Gen X actors in a movie, preferably yung mga nasa 20s. So if you're familiar, Don and Mariel with St. Elmo's Fire,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's about a group of recent college graduates about to embark on
Yeah.
their new adventure. Yeah. So same way with Brat Pack, more than being a lifestyle store, through our collaborations with artists in the music, visual arts, and fashion industry, we aim also to inspire individuals to pursue their passion. So that is basically what Brat Pack is about. Yeah.
Mhm. Great. No? So, can you run us through some of the product lines ngayon? No? Kasi you mentioned you started
Yeah.
with the bags, etc. So, ano na ba yung mga product lines ng Brat Pack now? I understand you offer a wide variety of lifestyle goodies for everybody.
Yeah, actually, ageless na nga yung market namin eh. So, of course, we have
Gusto ko yun.
the global, yeah, we have the global bag brands, of course, Herschel, Jansport, Timbuktu, and Fiol Raven, to name a few. But we also have, as Don have mentioned earlier, we have footwear, accessories, tech, and apparel. So we have Doc Martens, Birkenstock, which is very in since summer, mga slides. And then we also have Hydro Flask, Moleskine notebooks, stand socks, Polaroid instant cameras, and for apparel, we have Staple, Champion, and local brands as well, DBTK and Scoop community. So very wide. Marami pang ibang
Mm.
brands.
Oh, so kumbaga when you walk into a Brat Pack store, generally everything you need is almost there already. And I believe you're also present to Zone Visayas and Mindanao, tama ba?
Yes, we are nationwide. We have 29 stores nationwide currently, and this year we're also opening one more store. Yeah.
So that's interesting kasi kumbaga watching the video, it's a very cool concept. The products are very cool. Kaya kumbaga if anywhere you are in the Philippines, no, there's no reason not to be cool. Kasi once you walk into a backpack store,
Yeah, I think
it's
our
coolness.
brands are resonates to everyone naman. Yeah, true.
Mhm. That's true. I think one interesting product that you have now is augmented reality. Can you tell us more about that? I think it's flashed on our screen now.
Yeah, so for this particular brand, it's a collaboration between two streetwear brands. So Staple is a more mature brand. Actually, same year siya um, na-found, same with Bratpack 1997. It's a New York-based brand. And then Third Unit is a homegrown regional brand for us. So what I mean by regional is that Primer Group of Companies is also a regional company. So Bratpack Store is not only available in the Philippines, we also have regional stores in Southeast
Wow.
Asia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, yeah, Indonesia to name a few. And what we do is that we incubate brands within Bratpack, and we can also cascade it to our other regional stores in Southeast Asia. So yeah, so for this particular one, these two brands, no, they really push the boundaries of fashion with tech. So if you scan the barcode on the apparel and put it on top of the robotic, as we call it, robotic pigeon. The pigeon is an icon by Staple. You will see the augmented reality feature.
I see. I think we have a video, parang tutorial of that right now. It's actually very new, Muriel. No? I mean, of course, you're living at a time when everything seems possible, di ba? And literally, you
Yeah.
can wear technology with the products of Brat Pack. I think you have a video. Can we flash that on screen, please? So this being a collaboration between brands, where did the idea come from? Because it's not every day na parang you think of, okay, so let's wear technology. Alam mo yun, right at your chest.
Oo, diba?
Uh,
Could have thought, no, na an apparel would be able to, obtain technology such as, barcode and scanning. Diba?
Mm-mm, mm-mm. Actually, as I've mentioned earlier, we're a regional company. So we have a lot of international brands that we work with. So we also connect them from one another to do collaboration. So this is mainly a pilot from our regional office. So yeah, so we initiated this with the two brands.
Okay, great. I think our video is ready. Let's flash it on screen, please. No? Nakakatuwa kasi it's very Tony Stark, no? Very.
Yeah, pwede.
Diba? Parang
So,
nakaka-excite, no? When you have that apparel and then you get to pass by the store, parang, uy, I'll do something. Or merong excitement to really visit the store to be able to, make use of that technology in your apparel.
with,
Mm-mm,
with
mm-mm.
this new product line, how has your customers responded to it?
Yeah.
Actually, nung una, since the brand Nerd Unit is very new to the market, we initially brought the merchandise to Greenbelt 5. Kasi one, it's our flagship store. And number two, the market is really there also for new brands. So they were very receptive naman. It's just that medyo yung sales during the time when we launched it is not as high because it's already during the pandemic in November last year. But we had a lot of traction online, especially for the window, which was shown earlier. So, yeah, good engagement naman siya for social media.
Mm. Uh, yeah, and it is good that you brought that up because, of course, retail is one of the heavily affected industries because of the pandemic. So, this being
Yes.
said, what shifts did you have to do so that you still remain top of mind of your customers?
Yeah, number one would be, of course, e-commerce. I think when pandemic hit, everybody went online talaga eh. So, everybody shifted online. And I remember last year, mid-March of last year, when ECQ was first announced, we were at the middle of our groundwork working on our e-commerce site. So wala pa kaming website that time. So ginagawa pa namin siya. And fortunately enough, we had to fast track everything, the warehousing, the design, everything, the launch. We were able to launch March 27 of last year during the pandemic. So there, that was the number one thing that we did, of course, because everybody was shut down. Eh? The stores, the
Right.
malls, everything. Yeah. And then number two would be bringing our brands live on social media. And then coincide with that, we also launched our personal shopper program wherein you can call the store, our personal shoppers inside the store, which is also our staff, can help you shop inside the store, do the transaction for you, and then send you the items also inside the store. Because during that time, not all the inventory would be available on the website. Eh. So we had to bring the store online, closer to our customers. And
Mhm.
then lastly, is strengthening our O2O integration or online to offline and vice versa integration. Yeah.
Mhm. I think that's actually very smart kasi when you think about it with restrictions nga naman in retail, people will really have
Mhm.
difficulties either, accessing the store or kaya naman they may
Yeah.
have fears of going outside. So, having options for them to go online and, even offering personal shoppers, I think that's something very unique kasi normally, people who have personal shoppers, ito lang yung mga, alta sociedad, no? But if anything, this pandemic made you feel, okay, I'm one of the people who are
Yeah.
able to get a personal shopper.
Yeah, that's adapting. That's what
Diba?
we call
Someone shops for
adapting.
me.
I think also,
Correct. And people has more time to go online. So that's
Mm-mm.
another advantage, no, of being able to, embrace the digital even through the retail.
Mm-mm.
I think one also promotion that we were able to see is that during Christmas you were offering parang a surprise package. Can you tell us more about that? Na a customer can just buy something and then give it out, and then the value is actually bigger than what it is.
Yeah. So one of our the one of the things that we did during the holiday, one of which is yung O2O integration within our window display. So previously kasi during our holidays, it was really big because we Filipinos like to celebrate, diba? So
Mhm.
we really went all out for visual merchandising as in we have lights, robotics and such. But of course, during pandemic, we have to save on cost. And what better way to do this is to engage our consumers with ready tech platforms, which is social media. So within our windows, there's a big barcode or QR code wherein you can scan, you'll be redirected to our Instagram page. You'll see all the promos. And one of the promos that we did, or one of the offers that we did during the holiday, is the Brat Pack mystery bag. So it's differently priced from one another, and then there's a lower tier and a higher tier, and then there's even one bag that has a special surprise. So if you're buying for 4 items, that one particular bag will have 5 to 6 items. So sobrang okay siya for holiday giving.
Oh, you know what? Even when you check out online platforms, I think we see this even naman kila Shopee, Lazada, where you buy
Very
something
bad.
at this particular price, let's say 200, and then magugulat ka na lang kasi pagdating sa'yo, there's a cell phone there, there's something there. So I think it
Yeah.
also makes the experience very interactive and very exciting, for a lot of your
Mm-hmm.
customers. We have a
Yeah.
video here about your online and offline integration. I think this was where your promotion was launched. Can we let's play this video? Okay, I think we're just having some troubles with the audio.
Yeah.
But this is your storefront, right? So this is the
Yes, in
QR
Green
code
Fire.
that you were saying earlier. So kumbaga a
Mm-hmm.
customer. Yeah, okay. So a
Ayan.
customer can just scan the QR code and then they actually get to see what merchandise are available inside the store even without stepping inside it. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct. So as you can see here, it will be directed or on our social media on Instagram. So all the promos are there and the products for the season are there already. Yeah.
Mhm. Amazing, no? Really, nakikita mo, Muriel, yung ingenuity of brands, no? And I would imagine that this has to do with Arlene kasi ito yung main main
That wouldn't
function.
breathe in social media 24/7. Yeah.
Oo.
Oo.
Oo. And you really see the innovations, the strategies that you did in order to make the shopping and retail experience for all your customers more accessible despite the restrictions. No, so that being
Yeah.
said, moving in the next months, what more can your customers expect from Bratpack?
Yeah, so in the next months, we also have what we call Bratpack X. So it's a platform for Bratpack wherein we collaborate with local streetwear resellers. So they sell in our platform exclusively for a week. So we do bidding and buy now. So we also ship nationwide for that particular project. So we'll be having one again in June with a known streetwear and sneaker collector. And then we'll be also opening up a new store in the northern part of Metro Manila for third quarter. And we're also talking with other local brands for collaborations for the year. So it's really an exciting year for us for 2021 kahit pandemic. Yeah.
Mm-mm. I like that, no? Pati live streaming, Mariel, parang live streaming yan, di ba? Bidding. That's interesting. That's
Yes.
very nice.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So these are some of the brands also that you carry with you. Local brands. I think this is very important that you're helping them out. What local brands are these?
Yeah. So as I've mentioned earlier, Bratpack is really an incubation for new brands, both global and also, of course, local. So for this particular one, we've been working with this local brand called DBTK or Don't Blame the Kids, if you have heard of them. So we've been working with them for a couple of years now, and this particular capsule drop was launched February of this year. So a few first on this collaboration is that we were the first one to launch the women's line. Because even the brand, they don't have a women's sizing within its line. So it's good to see and very insightful that the consumer, majority of the female market, although they are big, they still prefer yung men's sizing. So it's really, yeah, it also validates yung streetwear fashion wherein it's loose. So it doesn't matter, it's fitted right now within our consumer. And within a week, we were able to sell 30% of the collaboration. And also, we were able to do a tripartite collaboration with Hydro Flask and a local brand with BBTK. And if this goes well, we can also cascade it, as I said earlier, to our regional stores and market. Yeah.
Mhm. I think that's really nice kasi your incubation program will you will really allow local brands to grow, no? And
Yes.
capitalize on the market, on the grip that Brat Pack has with their customers. So this being said, paano if a local brand wants to collaborate with you? How do they reach out to you?
They can just email us at redpack.ph@primergrp.com, and then we usually discuss with them their product lineup and whatnot. And then we go from there. We usually do one store first, and then we expand depending on the brand. So we work with them as well on that, the distribution as a platform, si Redpack.
No? Very socially responsible then. I like that. How about for customers naman who want to get a hold of the cool products of Bratpack? Where can they reach you? Your e-commerce sites?
Yeah. So our website is bratpackstore.com.ph. Of course, right now, syempre, we have so many cases of COVID. So if you don't want to go to the malls or if you're hesitant, you can shop on our website. And for those areas naman that are more relaxed or lower cases with the COVID, you can visit any of our stores. It's also listed on our website. You can call ahead of time to reserve so that when you get to the store, it's much faster. And then also, as I said earlier, you can also call the store and ask for a personal shopper to shop for you. Yeah.
Oh, no. You know what, Marielle? Looking at how Brat Pack adapted to the times, I think one of the core things that Arlene mentioned is really collaboration. She mentioned that several times in the Q&A, and I think it's important to note na it's really a major tool in adapting with the times. No, you're helping not just your brand, but you're also helping and incubating brands that also need the exposure. Through their collaborations, they're able to offer, I know, very innovative products. I mean, imagine a shirt with AR capabilities, Mariela. It's such a novel idea that would not have been possible if not for collaboration. I think what it also does is that it keeps the brand up to date and relevant. Kaya naman, it keeps Brat Pack top of mind ng kanilang mga consumers. What do you think, Marielle?
Totoo, no? Imagine, they know their market. That's one thing that I really admire about the brand also. And talaga naman, no, we can see, no, gone are the days na our apparels or backpacks are just, used and seen as something to carry around or something to wear na regular, di ba? But because of their style, yun na nga, innovative comes in different shapes and sizes, and now mas multifunctional pa and very relevant, just like Brat Pack.
Thank you very much, Arlene, for sharing with us the strategies that you were doing. I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers who we have been affected by the retail restrictions. Now, I'm pretty sure they learned a lot from what you were doing, and of course, we are looking forward to more of the insights that you will be able to share with us in the panel segment of the program. And so when Talk Shop Asia Next Gen returns, now naman we will have our hashtag travel goals in check, because our next feature will make that possible for all of us right after this very quick break.
Back shortly. This is Shop Asia Next Gen. Empower your mind. Be informed. Dahil lamang ang may alam. Knowing the latest trends and issues in the society. Feed your mind with information that are reliable, fresh, and straight from the experts. Be involved. Here in the conversations with Chester Kidlat, broadcasting live in big media. This is The Conversations. For harnessing luck and success in doing business. This is Philippine Business Feng Shui at your service. Sa ikaunlad ng bayan. Feng Shui ang kailangan. Hosted by your partner in luck, Master Adric Dalumpines. Every Wednesdays at 8 p.m. See you on our next learning modules for luck in business. Only here on Big Media. Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
We would like to greet our friends from FranCorp. Grow your brand from one to many with the professional franchise consultancy services of FranCorp. We'd also like to thank you, franchise. If you're looking to start your business, contact you, franchise, for a one-on-one franchise matching session that fits your interest and budget. Be your own boss now. Drink healthy with Citrazone. Now more than ever, health is wealth. Bring health to your communities with a Citrazone franchise. Find Citrazone on Facebook and take advantage of the 2-in-1 franchise promo this season. And for our next guest, Marielle. For our next guest now, we are graced by another brand that every traveler is accustomed with. They're one of the biggest stores of the primary group of companies, the Travel Club. To share with us more about this brand is the overall in charge and responsible for the alignment of all functional strategies and business objectives. She has over 20 years experience of driving excellence and enablement in the FMCG, retail, and B2B industries. Let us welcome the Travel Club's Senior Brand Manager, Ms. Karina Villamin. Hi, Karina. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Don. Thank you for having me.
We're very happy to have you on the program.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, Marielle.
Yes, glad. Oo nga, I'm back also, no? Glad to have you this afternoon, Karina, of course, no? Don and Karina, to begin our discussion, no? Let us watch this clip from, of course, the Travel Club. Ayan naman, no? Short, sweet, and such a timely message. Talaga naman, parang naging mantra na natin yan, no? Safety. Pero I like it. Safe
Correct.
mobility solutions, no? So walk us through, Karina, no? How did the Travel Club begin? And what made Primer Group create such concept?
Okay, so the Travel Club started off 29 years ago. So batang-bata pa siya.
Edad ko.
So it started off in 1992. Bagets to bagets.
Okay.
And they wanted to create a concept store that will cater to the people who loves to travel. Just like us. Kaya lang, syempre, during pandemic, tapered down ng konti. Okay, so it has over 50 stores nationwide and over 80 premium brands inside the store.
Nice, no? 50 stores. What makes Travel Club naman different from the other stores that caters to, as you mentioned, travelers?
Actually, kung mapapansin nyo, no, there's no particular concept store targeted for travel. Travel Club lang. So, siya ang una at only. Travel Club is the only and the biggest concept store that caters to travel nationwide. Kaya nice siya dahil everything that you need when you travel, even yung now na travel, yung new normal Travel Club provides you the solutions.
That's true, no? We recognize brands after brands under Travel Club. When you walk into the store, kahit nga ata wala kang bibilhin, but when you know that type na you go window shopping na namimiss na natin because of all the restrictions, alam mo yun, you get to find something that, kailangan ko pala to, or, very essential in your everyday. I assume lalo na ngayon. So, as we've been talking about, no, the travel industry has been greatly affected with the pandemic, no. What shift did Travel Club do to, of course, reach out to your customers?
Okay. Dati, pag sinabing travel, ang top of mind mo is international travel or domestic travel. Something that will use airplane. Diba? Yun naman yung typical. But because of the pandemic, we have redefined travel. And redefinition of travel is going outside of your home is already traveling. It's an experience altogether. So Travel Club...
Drive-thru travel na, diba?
Correct. It's a whole new experience going out of your home, out of the safety of your home. So si Travel Club, kung nakita ninyo dun sa video ko kanina, it's SMS, no? Safe Mobility Solutions. What does it mean? So we've pivoted the communications and the merchandise inside the store to cater to our new normal travel. So our everyday travel from point A to point B. So point B can be your office, point B can be your grocery stores, diba? So everything that you will possibly need without forgetting the traditional travel as well.
That's true, no? Kasi we can never be too careful. Lalo na, ako, I talk as a mom, di ba? Talaga naman praning, but talaga naman, it keeps me sane to know that I have all the travel essentials kahit na, parang tama nga, no? Now, when you think about it, when you go out, you feel actually naked when you don't bring alcohol, when you don't have tissue, wipes, and all that, no? And of course, Travel Club has those essentials and the mask, diba? It's also during the quarantine, no, the Travel Club and the Primer group of companies was able to, of course, extend the helping hands to our frontliners, correct?
Correct. And even now, we have offers that are catered just for our frontliners in the stores.
Really? Do share. Like what?
Like if you present your ID that you're a frontliner or even your vaccine card, because there's people who has already been vaccinated, you get an exclusive offer discount.
Wow.
So yeah, diba?
Tama naman the social responsibility of educating the many of how important it is to be part of the community. Kasi we are really all in this together. Talaga naman, no? And the travel industry being one of the affected, medyo, sabi nga natin, medyo matagal-tagal ang pagbangon. But altogether, even domestic travel, no? Talaga na, alam mo, that's one thing nice, no? I think magandang effect din yun on the brand na we are mas nagkaroon ng time na domestic travel and travel per se is more made affordable to many, especially dito sa Pilipinas, no? How did this impact the brand Travel Club?
For Travel Club kasi, we believe naman na travel will go back, diba? Paunti-unti. Kasi the world is slowly opening naman. And we feel like it's gonna be a springboard. Like, you're holding things back right now, but soon enough, it's gonna boom. Right? So everybody is trying to test the waters slowly. So the way that we said, no, it's domestic first because we can't go out. It's very limited to go out. Some has even explored yung tipong backyard lang, diba? You start very small, test the waters, and then you expand your horizon. So that's how naman we see it. And when we pivoted for the new normal, we are preparing for that as well.
Right. Oh, speaking of new normal, you've also, of course, engaged in the e-commerce. Tell us more about this.
Okay. So because of the lockdowns, starting from last year when the pandemic hit all of us, fortunately, the Travel Club had an online platform already. So meron na siyang .com, the travelclub.ph. But apart from that platform, we opened up more doors and other platforms so that we will be more visible. Kasi gone are the days na talagang pupunta ka ng mall kahit bukas siya, diba? So like
Mm-mm.
what R said in Brat Pack, they went O2O. Travel Club did the same thing. So we opened up platforms where people will no longer have to go to the mall. You can talk to our stores kasi we have 53 stores eh. So we empowered our store people having their own social media platforms so that they can talk to their customers kasi may customer base na yan, may mga loyal customers na rin siya. So we created the Travel Buddy. It's an online messenger service na brand specific, branch specific para pwede mong kausap yung branch mo nearest you and then you can talk to the store people, pick what you want or know what's being offered currently there and then it can be delivered to your doorstep. So that's one. And then we also created other platforms like live selling. So, typical na yan kasi lahat ngayon digital, di ba? We did auctions also. So, there are product highlights or, auctions. So, we've utilized the branches. So, kunwari, may isang branch. We did it for Cebu a week ago or 2 weeks ago. The branch will hold or host a FB auction live selling. So people will be joining the auction, bidding for items that are being highlighted at that time. So masaya siya kasi very engaging yung mga tao, natutuwa sila na mag-bid sila dun sa item na gusto nila or naka-highlight.
And then you get to tap also new market, no, because of the technology also. Yan din naman talagang advantage niyan eh.
Correct. And apart from the live selling and the auctions, we like what I said, no, there's the Travel Buddy. So it's our TTC One Shop. TTC is the Travel Club One Shop program. So One Shop is omni-channel. Lahat ng possible ways kung saan mo matatap si Travel Club, we've offered. So one of which nga is the Travel Buddy, kausap mo yung branch of choice. And then we've also partnered with almost all the malls that offer the service where the malls will provide personal shopping and then they go to our store. So we've tapped that as well. We have a Viber community and by next week, we're gonna be present in Grab.
Wow, Grab. Talaga naman,
Yeah.
no? With that and everything that nasabi mo and you've shared with us, no? What is still next for the Travel Club? What is still, I'm sure marami pa to explore.
There's a whole lot. So I've mentioned safe mobility and it will be a staple because safety will not go anywhere. But as we mentioned a while ago, we're trying to test out the waters and we want to explore the world. As tiny as it is now, it's gonna go big. So soon enough, Travel Club will go into adventure travel. And it's hashtag safe escape. So it's gonna go into items where if you explore the world outside of your home, but not your typical office and grocery, but you want to go like glamping or car camping, Travel Club will provide the merchandise that you need with safety in mind.
I love that the Travel Club has been thinking ways nonstop on, making everything as normal as possible. Especially, those who are really talaga naman nagkakaroon ng cabin fever. Not just the adults and even the kids, I have to tell you talaga naman. Sabi nga sa'yo, a trip to a drive-thru is a treat already for them, di ba? So, di ba, do invite our viewers, of course, to visit your online stores and online branches.
Oh, it's not just online. We're also available offline. All of our stores are open. All the branches are open. So you can visit all the 53 branches. And if you plan to not go on offline, you can go online and visit the travelclub.ph. And you can go and look into the website. So you can tap the Travel Buddy messenger service if you plan to talk to the branch.
Nice, no? Imagine doon, no, makakapag-shopping ka pa rin kahit na nasaan ka, online and offline, with our favorite brands that are all, within the travel club. Kasi talaga naman, no, traveling has become a reward and a lifestyle to many. No, it's great to know that we have the advantage through the travel club to access quality travel essentials. And sabi nga natin, even these days, no, as we go through this very challenging journey and travel through this pandemic, no, they are still our partners in rebuilding our confidence to get back to our daily activities and traveling by providing a safe mobile solution that will definitely make our travel safer and less stressful. What do you think, Don?
I agree, Mariela. No? I like what Karina mentioned. Restrictions at this point is not going anywhere. So let's redefine what traveling is all about. So a trip to the drive-through, a trip to the supermarket is already a treat for everybody. And the fact that Travel Club is able to adapt their products and their services to to respond to even the shortest trips now makes the brand even more essential and relevant even at this point in time. No? So, kumbaga, ano na to? Kaya gano'ng kaikli ang travel mo, travel is travel. You know?
Correct. Diba? And really, sabi nga, it's redefined, but we appreciate it more. So, thank you very much, Karina, of course, for sharing what Travel Club has been doing so far. We will still be with you in our panel segment of the program, of course, no? So, coming right up, next segment, of course, isa pa sa mga kapatid pa rin, nila Karina and ni Arlene, no? That makes the activities safe. No, with our next brand feature coming up next here when Talk Shop Asia Next Gen returns.
We'll be back shortly. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
Over the years, franchising has been fulfilling entrepreneurs' dreams to multiply their success both locally and internationally. And with one franchise created every hour, the Philippines is now Asia's franchise capital. But what's the secret to franchise success?
Buying a franchise is the easiest and the most popular way to go into business, because statistics shows that if you buy a successful franchise format, you have a 90% chance of success.
FranCorp has completed full franchise development programs of over 3,000 businesses worldwide, creating successful power brands that have become today's movers and shakers of the franchise industry.
FranCorp is a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs wanting to grow their brand through franchising.
Our group of consultants are internationally educated and trained, and they have real-world franchise experience. That's why we have the highest number of certified franchise executives in Asia.
FranCorp is behind the tremendous growth of franchising in the Philippines. FranCorp is behind the big brands that started small, if not micro, and now they're ready to go overseas.
We actually started with a small kiosk in 1992, and today, because of a professional world-class franchise system, we're all over the world.
FranCorp offers a complete range of services to assist franchisors.
FranCorp has prepared us properly to start our franchise operations, and the rest is history.
FranCorp continues to help businesses grow from one to many and to witness the unfolding of more franchise success stories. Are you ready to be the next? FranCorp.
Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Branding is a key asset for any company. Discover how these brands are continuously evolving to keep up with the time. Jump into the business revolution with Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
Lisa provides you with the best self-care products and services for your overall beauty in the new norm. Purchase any ISA products and visit any ISA Aesthetic and Wellness near you today. Of course, no, we would like to say hello to our friends from the Association of Filipino International Franchisers Inc. and the Filipino International Franchisers Associations who are watching with us right now.
Shop at the comforts of your home with Zolingo. Visit www.zolingo.com and find your favorite trendy items right at your fingertips. And of course, we're happy to announce that Talk Shop Asia has partnered with Zolingo to provide you with marketing and business solutions at the best affordable prices and packages. Please reach out to us through Talk Shop Asia Next Gen Facebook page. That's facebook.com/TSA Next Gen, or email us at talkshopasia2020@gmail.com to know more.
Ayan, no? On to the next Don, no? For our next brand feature. They are bringing their adventurous spirit not just in their merchandise, but also in their business model, no? She herself, no, is an outdoor junkie and a marketing executive rolled into one. No, a mountaineer, a trail runner, a mountain biker, a road cyclist, a triathlete, wow, no, a dive master, while having the responsibility as the senior brand manager of ROX, a recreational outdoor exchange, to give us her good grip on customer needs and wants. No, let us welcome in the program Miss Janice Tanyada.
Hello, everyone. Hello to all the viewers. I hope everybody's safe and healthy.
Hi,
Hi, good
Janice. Welcome to
afternoon.
the program.
Hello.
Yan, no, to begin, no, talaga naman. Let us, to know more about ROX, please let us watch this video.
Mountains, trails, waters.
Sa bawat tugatog, sa bawat liko, sa bawat alam.
Out in nature, the wilderness, the great outdoors.
We inhabit these places, find space where we belong in the openness.
Where the thrills are never-ending and the possibilities are limitless.
Umaakyat, tumatakbo, at lumulusong. We bathe in the warmth of the sun. Embrace the biting cold of the breeze.
We trace beginnings as we lie on the earth.
Connect in betweens as we map the constellations above us.
We inhabit these places.
At naninirahan din sila sa atin.
They dwell inside of us, shape us into who we are.
Tayo ang mga bundok, tayo ang mga daan, tayo ang karagatan.
We are one.
We rise above challenges.
We blaze through hurdles.
We ride the restless waves of life.
We are resilient, mindful, responsible.
We are people of great outdoors. So no matter where we go,
saan man tayo dalhin ng bawat araw, pagkatandaan.
This is who we are.
Wow naman, no? That video made us miss the outdoors talaga naman. And you get to see the who's who in the, you know, in the world of outdoors and adventure. Please, Janice, tell us more about ROX. When did it start and how did the whole idea of the brand came about?
Yeah, so first I'd like to dwell on the first part that you said about the video. So I think the video wanted to showcase the different personalities of the respective sport, like the trail runners, the OCR champions, the surfers, and all the other famous personalities within the local scene. So the resiliency of the Filipino spirit during this time of pandemic. And here in ROX, we don't just sell the brand, we don't even just showcase the sport. We are one with the community in showing the resiliency that we can get through this pandemic together. Yeah. Okay, so now we go to the question. ROX started in 2000, so that's 20 years ago, 21 this year. The objective of ROX is to be Asia's biggest outdoor superstore. 20 years down the line, ROX still maintains and claims that stance. We are now in 14 different provinces, including the NCR. Our channels are diverse. We also consign in different stores, and the brands within ROX are also in different brand stores nationwide. So we also have rox.com.ph to cater to the other areas which the major cities cannot serve.
Yeah, no, that being said, no, ang daming very fitting for the Philippines. Ang dami nating bundok, ang dami nating ang gagandang beaches. No, our outdoor is really great to explore, no? So, what about your product lines? What are the product, run us through with your product lines that you offer?
Yeah, so we are very diverse because outdoor in general, the moment you step out of the house, especially now, is outdoor already, right? So, but basically, since 20 years ago, we've been having camping, mountain climbing, wall climbing, action sports, and now wellness. We have action sports such as mountain biking as well, surfing, yoga. So it's very diverse. We even have indoor fitness right now. We have brands that cater to indoor wellness as well. So we are expanding due to the pandemic. We have looked into the needs of the community. So now we are expanding our portfolio to safety and mobility. We have helmets, we have folding bikes, we have incoming electronic bikes as well. So we have a lot of brands in store and a lot of plans in the near future. Sorry, Don, I think you're on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is actually amazing. I mean, looking at the product line of ROX, you can see the rich merchandise that you offer, and now you're also offering safe mobility solutions. Personally, I frequent your store in High Street. Whenever I go to BGC, I make sure to visit the store because it makes you feel like you're outdoors and you actually miss outdoors. No? Very, very rich offering in that particular store. That being said, of course, retail and travel has been one of the heavily affected industries. No, there are restrictions, particularly here in NCR Plus, na hindi tayo masyado makapamasyal. Yung mga group activities natin are very limited. What are some of the shifts that you had to do in order to, maintain that grip you have with your customers and adventure aficionados?
Yeah, so I think ROX was one of the main channels within Primer that is able to pivot right away. True to our stance of getting outside, so that's the mission of ROX, to have all the consumers to entice everybody to get outside and have a feel of outdoor life. So within this pandemic, we were very proactive in a way that within exactly this time last year, right? So within that 1 week that the community quarantine was imposed, we set out visuals already that as much as we want to get you outside, this time, please stay inside. We will bring the outdoors to you. So it was very, it was showcasing the resiliency of the brand and the people within the group as well, that we are always going to be here for the consumers and for the market in general. Even if you don't buy from us, you are our market. So as mentioned earlier, ROX objective is not just to showcase premium products and services of the outdoors, but even the experience. So come the second week of community quarantine, we were able to mobilize across brands right away. like trail clinics, mountain bike 101s, true to the word that we are bringing the outdoors to you in your homes. So we wanted to create that connection, that emotional connection, that we are not leaving. The outdoors will always be here for you. So from there, that was one way that we were able to pivot the business. We created the connection and the engagement online. And then from then on, we created the call of the community. That's what we call it. It's this initiative that we sold in social media pages. Now it's called social selling. So it's common among all the brands that we are in. We have social selling is an initiative of the stores that they post. They have their own groups and they post the products, the offerings, the exciting offerings that we have, and then the consumers pay via GCash or via in store when they pick it up, if permissible, and then and then we were able to connect to them and give it to them without actually being physically present in the store. So we are able to pivot the business in a way that life goes on. The outdoors will
Mhm.
always be there, but we will always be there to support you. Hence, us going and reaching out to you right now, anytime, anywhere. Aside from the 14 stores of ROX present nationwide, we are also in rox.com.ph, as well as the brand Facebook pages of the products within the store.
What I like about that, Janice, is you took this time to really connect with your community. No, I mean you mobilized your capability, you mobilized your expertise into helping the community cope with the situation, and at the same time you are bringing your brand closer to them. So if anything, no, siguro in a way this restrictions help you connect with them better. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that is the main thrust of our team actually. Number one is to be relevant in these times. It's very hard, especially that right now we are in all survival mode, right? But everybody's thinking about the needs. What do people need? Like the basics in life. Ang hindi naiisip is the emotional health, the mental health,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
Sometimes you need to see a tree just to be stable, just to keep calm, right? Or you need to see a body of water, hence a fishbowl or something like that. So a little effort from our part to create relevance to the community will always is always at the back of our heads. Aside from that
Mhm.
is proactiveness. So we would rather not be reactive to what our competitors do. We want us our objective is always to be one step ahead of everybody and engage right away before anybody else can, because we know that we can help a lot of people with our brands, with our stores, with the experiences that we offer.
Mhm. Yeah, on that point, if anything then, for example, biking, no, dati parang leisure lang yan, no? But now
Yeah.
it has actually become a necessity for people kasi may mga restrictions tayo, not a lot of vehicles are available, and so people are, going to their work in their bicycle, and safety is always an issue. We've heard of, especially during the first few
Yeah.
weeks of everybody going biking, we've heard of mishaps, and I think
Wow.
in a sense that's one of the thrusts that ROX did.
Yeah, timely that you said that, because that's one of the ways that we pivoted the business as well. We looked at what the needs of the community and the times right now is. Before we were into hardcore mountain biking, downhill enduro, the hobby kind of mountain biking, right? And then all of a sudden, because of this pandemic, we shifted. What can be applied right now in this pandemic, in with times that are very hard, urban commute suddenly sprung up, e-biking suddenly sprung up, and it's very essential actually that you brought up safety and mobility, because that is the exact name of the new portfolio that we just brought in ROX, safety and mobility portfolio. Within in it we have smart helmets. So I would like to let everybody know that there's this kind of helmet that it has smart features. It has Bluetooth, it has GPS connected to your
Wow.
phone, and it has signals. It has a remote control that you put in the handlebar, and then there's signal right, signal left. So it's everything that you need urban commute and being safe. So there's also an SOS feature that you press it and it connects to an emergency number in your phone. So in case you're biking in EDSA or in any bike road with or sorry pedestrian road, just press it in case any mishap happens, and then you're immediately connected to your loved ones or to your friends who are connected to the SOS feature. So we have brands such as these. This is called Live All and Smart for You, and this is available on all ROX. And aside from that, we also have mountain bikes and folding bikes, which are exclusively within ROX, the Bassini brand. It's very affordable and it's very, very about selling like hotcakes. So grab yours now if you can. Yeah.
You know what? That's actually a good point that ROX introduced these innovations in their products, Mariel. Kasi katulad niya lang na-mention kanina ni Karina with the travel club, no? Ngayon, even going outside is somehow an adventure already. Parang ano to alam mo yun, like when you go out, there's parang adventure na siya. It's parang adventure trail na kasi you have to be mindful sino yung katabi mo, sino yung, things like that. So, if anything, going outside right now has become more thrilling than it was before.
And it still gives you the normal, being normal, being sane. It gives you the balance, as you mentioned, Janice mentioned. No? We in this pandemic, since we're confined in our homes, nanineglect natin one thing or another, our mental state, ang outdoor, ang dami, I'm sure ang dami sa mga clients ni Janice ang nakakamiss sa talagang totoong outdoor adventures.
Totoo yun, ano? So this being said, kasi well, we're not sure how long this, pandemic is still gonna affect all of us and how long it's gonna restrict us from climbing the mountains or swimming in the sea. What other things can your customers expect from ROX? I'm sure you have a lot in store pa.
Yeah. Well, right now we still have that social selling that I was talking about, which is the call of the community initiative that we have. So if you guys would like to log on to ROX Philippines Facebook, we have a portfolio of products available there, and just drop a message and we will get back to you. Or our respective ROX stores have their own pages as well. If you would like to have an immediate response right away, whether you're in Bacol, in Iloilo, or in Cebu, or in Davao, in Cagayan de Oro, in all 14 branches, if permissible, within this quarantine, they will get in touch with you and ship the item to you straight to your doorstep. Otherwise, we also have other channels such as rox.com.ph, where we have exciting offers and deals. As you see in the visuals, we have buy one take one in North Face and in Colombia from markdown price already. And then we also have a tie-up between Live All, the smart helmet I was talking about, and Bassini folding bike. Then you get a certain discount, and then you get 50% off also for C2 Summit, towel and dry sack. And we have a lot of other promos. We just want to encourage everybody to stay safe, stay home, shop online, and we will bring the items and the experience to you as much as we can.
Mm-hmm. I like that, Mariel. This is actually like a time to prioritize safety, regardless kung tayo ay nasa loob ng bahay natin. We may not be able to go out, but at least we're able to stay safe, no? And ROX is making that possible for us. And you know what? Also, Mariel, I would say, listening to Janice, it's really very important that brands like ROX, as exhibited by our discussion just now, having a good understanding of what our customers need and what the community needs is really the first step in adapting, no? Because it is really through this knowledge that we're able to tweak products, tweak services, tweak processes in order to maintain our relevance and loyalty to the brand.
I agree, no? Oo, I agree, no? And nothing beats first-hand experience. I think you will agree with me, no? When it comes especially to your products, diba? It's a non-stop learning and adventure. And just like ROX, no? With all the technology and shift they embrace, it gives you no excuse to go outside and explore safely.
Really very awesome to hear about how our ROX is adapting to the times. And of course, I'm pretty sure Janice has more tips for us during the panel segment of the program. So we're very excited to hear more of Janice. And when we return naman, we are going to discover how this tech company is enabling retail brands to stay up to date and relevant. That's coming right up in Talk Shop Asia Next Gen Returns.
We'll be back shortly. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
Nandyan na nga, balik sa simula, ganyan lang talaga, hirap sa umpisa, ngunit ano nga bang meron, pagdihakan ng hamon, ng bawat umaga, basta't nandyan ka, may pag-asa, dahan-dahan, sabay-sabay, anumang pagsubok ng buhay, dahan-dahan tayo ay muling babangon, tuloy-tuloy ang tulong, sabay din tayo, muling susulong, pwede bang mangarap ng bagong araw, pwede bang mangarap, pwede pa, oh, oh, pwede bang mangarap, iban ang pangamba, pwede bang mangarap, basta kasama ka. Basta't nandyan ka, may pag-asa, dahan-dahan, sabay-sabay, anumang pagsubok ng buhay, dahan-dahan tayo ay muling babangon, tuloy-tuloy ang tulong, sabay din tayo, muling susulong, pwede bang mangarap ng bagong araw, pwede bang mangarap, pwede pa, oh no, pwede pang mangarap, iwan ang pangamba, pwede pang mangarap, basta kasama ka, pwede pang mangarap, oh, 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 iwan ang pangamba, mula noon lalo ngayon, pwede pa, mangarap ng bagong umaga. Pwede pang mangarap.
Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Branding is a key asset for any company. Discover how these brands are continuously evolving to keep up with the time. Jump into the business revolution in Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
And welcome once again to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. For our next brand feature, let's call on-screen JP to tell us more. JP?
Thanks so much, Don and Marielle. Now, for our guest this afternoon is the Business Strategy and Development Manager from Asticom Technology, Inc., a shared services company under the
Okay, so
Ayala
I think we're just
conglomerate.
having some technical
With
difficulties
his
with
complete
JP,
study from the
Marielle.
Rotterdam School of Management
But
and
that
his
being
experience
said,
in the fields.
Okay, go ahead.
Fields of management consulting, tech startups, and human resources to being a member of the Cambridge Leaders Network and the Vice President for Public Relations of a leadership development organization. Let's call our guest, Mr. Melbourne, also known as Mr. M.
Yes. Hi, JP. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to everyone who's watching. Thank you guys for having me.
Hi, M. It's nice to see you. Matanong ko lang, Mr. M, now, are you also the Mr. M behind you sa ABS-CBN?
That's a different.
I'd say different pala. Kidding aside, going back, I've heard about Asticom. Could you tell us a little bit what Asticom is about and what does Asticom offers?
Sure. Asticom Technology Inc. We are a shared service company under the Ayala conglomerate, having Globe as our direct parent company. So what we do is we offer staffing solutions, and we also offer managed services and also digital platform solutions for various companies across various industries, among which telco, fintech, IT, and of course your logistics, e-commerce, and retail companies. So offering them really with the right talents in digital marketing, logistics support, store operations management, digital transformation, and name it, and we offer those kind of experts to our clients.
That's great. For Asticom, how did it started? What was the reason behind it? How Asticom started?
Yeah, great question. We actually go all the way back to 1988, before 2000, and we started as an IT consulting company, actually. And we were re-established when we were bought by Globe in 2014, 2015, when we were asked to support them with their HR services. And actually, we went beyond that. We started only with 5 employees.
Wow.
As of today, we are 3,500. So in just a span of 5
Wow,
years,
that's a lot.
500 people who are deployed across various companies, various industries. And so we provide digital solutions. Actually, last year, JP, Don, Marielle, it's was a very challenging year for us, but it's also the year where we provided and launched so many new services, among which you see now on the screen. And that was actually our response to, let's say, COVID in a way, by actually innovating and challenging the way that we actually work. And today, again, we 3,500 employees, also in a way 1.6 billion revenues every year, and essentially what the core mission is to really improve people's lives. That's what we really stand for as the company.
That's a great enough for Asticom. You mentioned earlier, you started with 5 employees. Now you have more than 3,000. That's a lot.
Yeah,
It's just
crazy.
to show how Asticom has grown, And then, of course, going with that, what are the solutions Asticom can provide to the businesses, and how can it help a business grow, maximize their potentials?
Yeah, JP, I think, and I personally believe that the success of a business highly depends on the quality of people that you have, the commitment and the passion of those people. So we help companies find the right people. And so think of um, helping people with their business development talents. Think of your online sales people, multimedia for those retail companies that go online, digital marketing, retail store operations management, how has it changed, inventory management, also for those now with a lot of orders online, warehousing, picking, packing, warehouse admin support. Um, those who actually want to create a platform, we help with mobile and web development. And um, actually, JP, one of the things I wanted to highlight also today is very much of our retail clients asked us, okay, so our stores are closing down because of all these lockdown issues. How do we now, we have our platform, but how do we now get these products to our client? How do we ensure that the experience that we have on those online platforms is the same whenever that client receives the actual package or the product? We actually launched what we call BRAD. BRAD stands for Basic Request for Admin and Delivery. It's our on-demand logistics provider, where we actually give these retail companies the chance and have their own corporate platform where they put in the request for whatever they want to deliver to their clients. That was really as a response to the COVID challenges that these retail clients were having. So we've delivered laptops, we've delivered monitors, we've delivered. Also, we are also in talks with major grocery stores, pharmacies. All of them wanting to really get in touch with their customers and have that same experience all across the.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's great to know that Asticom is there to help the businesses maximize their growth and their potentials, like lalo na sa mga industry. And of course, in the midst of the pandemic, you mentioned earlier the Brad, how was Asticom able to provide the businesses with the COVID-19 responses?
Yeah, I remember last year when I mean the panic was internally it was I mean the initial shock is a panic. After that we really focus on two major items. One is people, and the second is clients. So why do I say people? Because our people are deployed at the clients, and so for our initial it was really how do we as a company or with our 3,000 employees, how do we ensure the health and safety of those people? And so what we did was within 72 hours, we had to remobilize for to really implement a work from home environment for those who could. Because that was we did within less than 3 days when the lockdown was announced. After that, for the more long-term solutions, we looked at what do these people need. I think it was mentioned earlier, mental health. So we developed a chatbot for our 3,000 employees where they can do daily health check-ins. We want to ensure because before they go to the client site that these guys are all healthy. And if they're not, we have a COVID task force that we created back end to support and reach out to these employees who are not feeling well. On top of that, we also partnered with a 24/7 teleconsultation app. Whenever these people would not feel well, they would simply call or on their mobile app reach out. And also mental health and wellness virtual sessions. Also work from home essentials. So many people of our employees did not have their chairs or they didn't have a Wi-Fi router at home. So we also provided that really to support all of these employees. When it comes to our clients, we had to sit down with them, have these tough conversations in a way on what support do they need for them to survive during these tough times. So for our retail clients, we saw very much a shift. I was mentioned also earlier from traditional store operations to let's say going full-blown digital transformation. For these clients, told us, "Hey, Asticom, we need warehousing support. Our online sales are blowing up, so we need warehousing admin services. We need your logistics help." For the tech, in a way, naman, JP, we need a platform. We need mobile app development. These clients to reach out, and even digital marketing roles. So all across the board, we saw very much a holistic approach of our retail clients, all the way from sales, all the way to delivering the clients, where we would come in and give them the right people to help them with.
That's great. That's great. I heard earlier you mentioned you provided yung mga mental health, yung mga hotlines. That's great. Especially people nowadays, they really need help. They need segments for professionals to handle yung mga naiisip nila. That's a great thing. Now the pandemic is almost over. What is next for Asticom?
Yeah, so what's next for us? So internally, we have a theme called Taking a Leap of Faith with our employees and with our clients. Our aim for the year is to venture into local and the international market. This is the first year that we're going international. We have actually 3 subsidiaries. So at the end of the year, we'll be with 4 companies. Last year, we were only with 1 company, which is really Asticom, but we have 3 subsidiaries that we're launching. Earlier this year, we launched our first subsidiary, which was it's called ABC. So ABC is our IT and BPO company, not your typical call center, but really taking on the back-end transactional procedures of companies. Think of your HR, think of your finance, your payroll. No one was thinking of payroll when they're trying to close deals. So that's one subsidiary that is currently active. Later on this year, in 3 months from now, we are launching actually a very much a different company, engineering and construction company, which is called Fincy. That was really as a response to Globe asking us to help them with the Viber rollout throughout the company. Very much a different company, and to really enable the Filipino digital lifestyle, as they would say. On top of that, also Brad, as earlier mentioned, which is our on-demand logistics company, helping these retail clients with their last mile solutions, with their last mile needs. And those 3, so ABSI, Brad, and Fincy, those are the 3 subsidiaries that we're launching. As the Astecom group of companies, within the next few years, we see ourselves expanding within this space, the space of retail, the space of e-commerce, logistics. We are very excited. We are now at 3,500, but we're really here to provide more and more opportunities for Filipinos and together with our clients. So that's really what we stand for within the next few months. A leap of faith, JP, Don and
Yeah. Tama. You need the leap of faith, ano? That's great to hear that Asticom has a lot of things for us, ano? Especially right now, there are viewers watching us. Maybe some of them are the business owners. Maybe you can invite them. How can they reach Asticom for their business solutions?
Yeah, sure. So for those who are watching, if you want to focus just really on growing your business and don't want to bother about staffing, when you need retail store operations management, customer service support, if you don't want to bother about finance and HR admin tasks, if you need help with IT and digital transformation, logistics, and basically solving your last mile challenges, feel free to reach out to us at inquiry@asticom.com.ph. Visit our website. Or you can even email me directly at mpangan@asticom.com.ph.
Thank you very much, Mr. M from Asticom. Ano? I have to say, it's really great to have a business solution partners like Asticom, ano? With the use of their program solutions and their technologies. Businesses are able to grow and maximize their potentials in becoming the next big thing. Thank you very much po, Mr. M, for sharing your insights with us. Ano? Now, when Talk Shop Asia Next Gen returns, we will hear more from our guests in the panel segment, so please stay tuned.
Now back to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Business is a fast-changing landscape, and information is key in adapting to the demands of the market. Thinking forward and staying relevant with the latest trends and insights to keep your business up to date with the times. jump into the business revolution with Talk Shop Asia Next Gen.
And welcome once again to Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. We now go into the panel segment. Let's call right back on screen our distinguished guests. Of course, we have Arlene from Brat Pack. We have Karina from the Travel Club. Stanis from ROX. And of course, Melboy from Asticom. Okay, so let's dive right into our questions, Maria.
Yes, no, to begin, of course. For retail companies who have yet to find the sweet spot in terms of growth despite this pandemic, what would be a good tip that you can share to them? Let's start off with Arlene.
Yeah, so ayan, naka-block. So I think for companies or any other brand in the market or for any business in the market, it's always adapting and being quick to act. I think those are the words that are mostly what you hear, especially during this pandemic. But it's still relevant up to this day because sometimes people tend to magnify the challenges that we face instead of changing the perspective and seeing the opportunity. And as Johnny said, being proactive, and Melboy said it's a leap of faith also, no? As long as you have your goals and objectives set, you rally your team kasi it's one part or a key ingredient also for everybody to be aligned and be onboarded in what you're doing. So, yeah.
That's true, no? Syempre, we heal as one. Diba? That's also one of the taglines that we keep hearing the past year na, no? So, let's hear it from Karina.
Hi. Siguro dapat you have to keep your customers in mind. So you have to know their customer behavior as of current. Where are they? What are their needs? Para you will know how to address those needs. So it might be yung adaptation, yung pag-change into whatever channel is because they have changed also. So you have to be keen on where they are so you know how to talk to them.
That's true, no? Right now, it's important that we create customer relationship more than ever. Kasi mas less na yung nakikita at nakakausap natin at nakakaharap sila. Nice, no? How about Janice?
Hi. So I think the one word that I brought up earlier and I want to reiterate again is relevance. So create how do you maintain relevance of your brand and how is your brand relevant to the community? So I suggest go back to your brand DNA, your brand values. What does your brand or your business stand for? Why are you working for it? And make the connection. From only then you can establish an emotional connection to your consumers, to your market, and be relevant to the trying times like these. So I think that's the main purpose of us trying hard and being resilient in these trying times. So, yeah.
I agree. No? How about, of course, from Melboy?
Yeah, so how to find that sweet spot? I think Karina mentioned earlier, talk to your clients. If I were to add is identify and reevaluate for your customer touch point, whether that's marketing and sales, but also later on in your supply chain logistics. How do you bring that experience that is online? How do you bring that into their homes, right? And the more you talk to your customers, the more you have the tough conversation with them. That's when you really find out because now more than ever, it's important to be visible to both your consumers, but also to other partners. Don't go at it alone. Find a partnership that will bring you a lot further.
That's true, no? Like we've seen with all the brands now with here us today, no? The collaboration really works. It's one form of adapting also. For next question, of course, Dawn.
Right. Yeah. So of course, no. We mentioned this pandemic is really a time of coming up with solutions, hindi ba? For us thinking outside the box as to how we can cope. No. This being said, in your opinion, what does it take for a coping strategy to succeed? How about we start first with Arlene?
Yeah. So for any brand, siguro it's better to go back to your fundamentals. Sabi nga ni Jan, is know your brand, who you are, and what you stand for. Kasi if you don't know yourself, how can you communicate with your consumers? Also, um, know what is important now to your consumer and how can you be a part of your consumer's life and really connect with them. Kasi the business will go along with that if you have the connection with your consumer.
Mhm. I like that. I like what Arlene said. No, it's really being very consumer centric. Because at the end of the day, everything you offer, it's for them. No? So if your product and service do not respond to their needs, then might as well we're left in the ditches. No, how about for the case of Karina?
For the travel club, apart from knowing who your customers are, be open to change. Diba? You have to be open to change kasi that's the only constant thing in the world eh. So you have to learn how to adapt so that you'll be able to talk to your customers. And then next, you can capitalize on the people, your team. Diba? Like for us, there's back office team and then there's also front liners na nandun sa mga tindahan. So you capitalize on them because they are our best asset. And if we create something that will make use of them to help you out, then there's nothing na mali na mangyayari.
Mhm, mhm. I have to agree, no? Totoo naman. You said it time and again. More heads is better than one. Hindi ba? Kasi especially for our frontliners who are at the forefront of what we do, they're able to talk to customers. I'm pretty sure their insights are as valuable now as it was before. How about for the case of Janice, for the case of ROX?
Yeah, so I think the strategy mentioned earlier of being relevant, being proactive, and everything that was mentioned earlier is already part of the strategy. Now the question is, how will it succeed? So I think the main purpose of us being present in distribution channels, being in retail, and being present in omni channels as well, being able to communicate virtually and being able to serve the people, serve the consumers, serve the other retailers, B2Bs, B2Cs online without even having to see face to face. I think that is what's essential to be able to pivot and keep up with these times. And not be stuck up with the past. So I think that's one essential thing to be in a nutshell, be snappy in the things that we implement.
Mhm. I like that, no? Kumbaga, we go beyond what we're used to. Kasi nga naman, there are constantly avenues by which we can explore. And siguro ganun talaga, no? You try one thing, if it doesn't succeed, go ahead to your next plan. No, I think that's a very sound advice. However, the case of Melbourne, since you are working with several companies who have success in their objectives, especially at this point in time.
Yeah, thanks, Don. I think in a way, these companies challenge us to reinvent the way that we work with them. For us, actually, Asticom, we had to revamp our mission last year. It was initially being the number one shared service company by 2029 in Asia. But we had to revamp it in a way that we now really want to address and help in our own little way to support the Philippines in its economic recovery. That's how we practically set a new brand strategy, where out of which came other new brands. So perhaps it's going beyond your current brand, challenging the way that you work with your management team, challenging the way that you interact with your consumers, challenging the way that you work with your partners. So it's really reinventing the way that you that phrase was our sort of a secret to our brand strategy last year.
You know what? I like that. No? Marielle and Jake, they actually like what Melboy mentioned about reinvention. No? Kasi reinvention is that is naman talaga in the life cycle of any business. There comes a point na after several years you will have to reinvent yourself. What happened lang is that was sped up because of the pandemic. And that being said, coping is a necessity for every business. And if we have to accelerate our reinvention plans from 5, 10 years ago to make it effective at this point in time, this is the perfect time to do that. What do you think, Maria?
Oo, no, I super agree. No? And ako ha, it's always great to hear, from well-known brands such as our guests today, that they do not stop in working hard despite this, very abrupt shifts and challenges to meet the ever-evolving customer experience, in order to win and as we've been saying, to remain relevant. What do you think, JP?
I have to agree, no? I have to agree with everyone sa lahat po na sinabi niya. It's really great na customer-oriented, ano? And of course, there's the term called marketing myopia, no? This is where the businesses are focusing too nearly or narrowly, no? On selling products and the services, or I was called the hard selling. And they are missing the big picture of what customers really want, ano? Now, the key to a successful growth is to think broadly what your customers want and create a customer-oriented company.
That's true.
I agree.
That's
That
true.
being said, correct. That being said, of course, let us invite our viewers and hello to everyone who's tuning in right now and of course waiting for, the brands na kilala nila, mga kaitara natin ata tong mga to. They can very well relate to the golden brands that we have this afternoon. Please, let us hear from Arlene, invite our viewers where they can get in touch with you and your brands.
Yeah, so if you want to check out Brad Packs, I mentioned earlier, if you're still worried going out, you can always check our online store, bradpackstore.com.ph, and also on our website, you can check the nearest store that is in your location. So, yeah.
Right. Karina, for the travel club.
For the travel club, you can visit the 53 branches across the Philippines, and you can go online at thetravelclub.ph.
Of course. From Janice for ROX.
Keep posted at ROX Philippines Facebook for exciting offers and upcoming events. And please do stay safe, shop online, rox.com.ph.
Of course. Thank you. And for, of course, AssetCom, Melboy, Mr. M.
Right. If you need support with finding the right talents to help you with your retail going online, back end support, feel free to visit our website, astecom.com.ph, or send us an email at inquiry@astecom.com.ph.
Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for being on the program. We appreciate the insights and the stories that you shared with us. It's it's indeed this entire pandemic. It's not a one size fits all, no, but situation. But it's good to hear about brands, adapting in different ways so that we get to learn from each other. I mean, that is naman the point of what we do here. It's helping brands thrive and help each other at this very challenging time. And of course, we'd like to thank all our viewers for tuning in the show. We look forward to seeing you once again next Sunday as we talk about the next generation movers and shakers in the Filipino business scene.
This has been Talk Shop Asia Next Gen. Let's jump into the business revolution. Let's talk.
Let's shop.
Let's shop. Here, Talk Shop Asia.
Asia next.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Clarissa. Hi, Richmond. Thank you.
The program that gives you the latest in Filipino business and trends with norm challenging brands, paving the way to be next generation business leaders. This is Talk Shop Asia Next Gen, connecting you to the future. Hosted by business and transformation mentor Rolly Bagaspas, franchise and business coach Don Senita, and beauty and business maven Muriel Villanueva, together with Mr. Millennial JP Morales and agri and youth advocate Colin Laliaban. Jump into the business revolution. This is your Talk Shop Asia Next Gen, only here on Big Media.